Alright guys, hey and welcome to episode 6. So it's been probably about 10 minutes since we actually finished recording the last episode, because we're kind of on a roll. So there's very little's changed, we've just got ready to make the next parts. So, here you can see the parts for the geothermal. So it's glass, empty cells, which are tin, I believe we've shown them already once, but generators you know, and refined irons, just iron cooked twice. So, that was weird. Shift clicking apparently didn't want to function. So there we've got 5 geothermal generators. So the second thing I'm going to craft up is machine block, and then gold surrounded by rubber gives you golden cable, twice insulated. And there you can see diamond surrounded by redstone, which is energy crystals. Now, if you put the machine block in the middle, energy crystals on the sides, and the cable in the corners, you get the MFE. And I'll get onto what that is for in a minute. So I'm just going to come and place the geothermals. Now, you've probably noticed that the cart hasn't actually come back yet, and that's because we need a world anchor in the nether. So we're going to craft that in a minute as well, but as you can see, Danny's just flicking on the engine there to start the lava flowing into these geothermals, which should hopefully fill up rather quickly. While we're waiting for that, we need to make some cables to run from the geothermal. Now,
I've got the stuff.
Right, good.
We also need to make an LV transformer. Have you got any rubber left?
A little bit, but we can gather some. We'll have to pause the video again at some point anyway, because we need to get the parts for the world anchor. So we'll just run this cable out into the bat box for now. So as you can see, Danny's just adding the bits here. Now what this is silver, glass and diamond dust, which is macerated diamond ore. It no longer macerates to give diamonds, which is a bit of a ball ache because we didn't know about that. But it has its uses in various recipes, so it's not been a total waste of our effort, really. So, shall I grab these, Danny?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Right, so, there you go. As you can see, that's given us 24. And I don't know what that was all about there, but it was weird, whatever it was. So, you're just going to pop the cable through, and as you can see, it links up to the back. Perfect. So, I'm just going to pop the parts back on. So, as you can see, the geothermals are all on, you can see by the animation on the front. And by breaking that generator off, thank you for that, Danny, you can see that it's very rapidly filling the bat box. And the bat box is full. So that's where the next part actually comes in. Because next, what we're going to do is get ready to place the MFE, and at the same time as doing that, we're going to move the machines so that they're along this wall. And the reason we're doing that is just to give us a bit more kind of room. So we're going to get everything ready, get the world anchor, rip the machines up, and get ready to go. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is the world anchor recipe. So got obsidian, ender pearls, diamonds, and gold. And there is the world anchor. Now, we're going to put this one in the nether, because that's the one that's very unlikely to be there. Now as you can see, Danny's just jumped through, so it's come back. But I'm going to pop it right now.
Oh, that's why you're putting it? Okay.
Actually, I'm going to put it there, because otherwise when we try and break it, it'll fall in lava. So that should nice and easily keep the world.
You should show the... If you press F9 on your keyboard...
Yeah, I can't do that.
Particle effect.
I can't press F9.
Okay then, fair enough.
That's my record button. Although, weirdly, the particle effect has shown up anyway.
Okay.
It interrupted the recording for a couple of seconds, so that might have caused a slight sound malfunction there, guys. Because I didn't think, I just pressed it and then thought, oh crap. But anyway,
alright.
There's nothing more really to see
That
here.
just shows the areas that are loaded. This should just function as it would if people were here now. have lots of lava.
So as you can see, the lava just drains out nice and casually, and then that should run back off to the Nexus. Nether. Yeah. Long story short, we had a world that we called the Nexus on our public server, and the names get a bit confused in my mind. Right, anyway, moving on. More stuff to craft. So this here is an LV transformer. Now we're going to need to use that in conjunction with this, the MFE. So basically, as you can see, Danny's just ripping this up. So first thing is wrench. Weird particle effects while that breaks. Tear that up. Break that. We'll keep that generator there as a backup, but for now it needs to be out of the way. So, first thing is, place it down. Now as you can see, there's a face with 3 dots and a face with 1 dot. And if I break this here, you'll see that again, that is a face with 1 dot. And I believe, yep, the card just ran off again. So, basically, this is the higher of the 2 voltage inputs. So there you would put basically the high part, and out there comes the low part, and obviously that all depends. So this one takes in medium and makes it to low. So once again, if I shift right click the top, that'll face downwards, and now as you can see, that is very rapidly filling. That's nice and easy and simple, and it all works well. So basically, I'm going to use this pickaxe to break this lot because it's cool. So we need to run some cables out. And for now we've only got 2 machines, but I know for a fact we're going to create another 2 straight up. So we'll just pop them there. Oops. So macerator can go there again, and electric furnace can go there. Pop the overclockers in. And there we have it. Machine's nicely moved. MFE, you can see it to check its power. And all's good. So the next thing we need to do is get the parts ready to build. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what Danny's doing there, but
I'm just making it look a bit tidier.
okay. Yeah, so we'll get the parts together, and we're going to build a compressor and a extractor next, which are the other 2 simple industrial craft machines. So we're going to get the parts together for that, and then we shall be back with you to begin the next thing we want to demonstrate. Alright guys, so I'm just here, and I don't believe we've shown you the recipe for tree taps yet, so there it is. Literally a tap shape with wood. So, first things first, I'll apologise for the lag, but the Minecraft servers are currently messing up, so I can't restart my client or I'll not get back on. Right, so electronic circuit, machine block, and 4 tree taps. Just like that. It gets us the extractor. Now, I'm going to pop the extractor down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this. Now, if I pop sticky resin in there, you'll see it slowly start. Now, because we're not using these machines, I'm just going to steal the overclockers out of them for now. And there you can see, it gives you 3 rubber per instead. So from just 2 sticky resin, I've got enough to make another circuit, which would normally have taken 6 sticky resin, and that would be very difficult to say while drunk, because it's difficult enough to say sober. That's one for you to practice at home, guys. Make video responses of your attempts. Go for it. We'll get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
And feel free to make those attempts sober or drunk. Either or. Both are good. But anyway, back to the point. So, this is the compressor that I've just made there. And what this machine does is exactly what it says on the tin. It compresses things. So, some examples of things it compresses. Well, in fact, here's the comprehensive list. Plant balls into compressed plants, hydrated coal into H-coal, nether rack into nether brick, sand into sandstone, snowballs into ice, water cells into snowballs.
If you look at it now, it's making diamonds into diamonds blocks.
Ah, and these are the ones you're interested in. The mixed metal ingots and the raw carbon mesh. But also, as Danny says, diamonds into diamond blocks. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you've crafted that for any reason other than show. Have you?
Oh, we're going to need a lot of these to make the Mistcraft Link modifier.
Oh yes, that is something very fun. That'll be a nice toy when we get it. I'll not spoil it for you. You'll have to wait and see for that one, those of you who don't know. But one thing that we will use the compressor for is to compress iron to make an anvil, which we will show when we've compressed the iron. But what we're going to want to focus on was what I was showing you here, which is mixed metal ingots to advanced alloys and raw carbon mesh to carbon plate. And these two components are very important because you need 2 each of them on a machine block to make an advanced machine block. And an advanced machine block plays a very huge role in the advanced machines, which are the induction furnace, centrifuge extractor, singularity compressor and rotary macerator. And what they are machines that take one EU a tick to keep running, but they charge up and stay at a high speed. I can't think of any figures off the top of my head, except that the induction furnace charges up to 100% heat, and it smelts at an insane rate at that. So
2 stacks at a time as well.
Yeah, 2 stacks at a time. So what we're going to do here is get together some, just off cam, the materials we're going to need. And I'm thinking we're just going to make all 4 machines straight to advanced, yeah?
All 4? Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, we have the resources, so we'll get it done. So, we shall be back when we are ready. And I believe if you just look here, I'm not sure what's compressing because it's not loading for me, but I guess it's iron block.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. And that's for the anvil, which we'll show
Well,
you.
I'm about to make it now if you can...
Right, we'll quickly do the anvil here, and then we'll pop that down and show it. So there it is, the anvil. Very, very expensive, but very awesome. So, I'll quickly show you the interface. What you can do is put, say for example, a pickaxe in there. Now if you put a diamond in, it'll charge you some levels and it'll repair your pickaxe. You can also rename it, and if you have 2 enchanted pickaxes, let's say for example that this pickaxe was actually 2. It was an Unbreaking 3 and an Efficiency 4 Silk Touch 1. You could combine them in there at a cost of levels into the pickaxe you can see now. And I believe it works for most things, doesn't it? Tools and armour, I think.
Yeah, if you put, like, say, Fortune 3 and try to mash it with Silk Touch 1, 2 really good enchants, it just throws up and says it'd be too expensive.
That is also based on the fact that you physically can't get those 2 enchantments occurring together because it wouldn't know what to do. It wouldn't know whether to give you extra or give you the ore block.
Yeah, probably a bad example.
Yeah, well, no, that's one of the only examples. But if you tried to put, say, Efficiency 5 and Unbreaking 5 together, you'd probably not be able to do it.
No.
But it has its uses, most of which is rather than making awesome enchantments, it's actually keeping said enchantments. So that's very cool. Cost levels, obviously. And in actual fact, I'm just going to grab a couple of diamonds and see what we're looking at to repair that pick. To be honest, for the diamond cost, it's probably not worthwhile because it's not an enchanted pick. But as you can see, enchantment cost 3 barely repairs it. Enchantment cost 6, still not fully repaired. But if I put a more powerful one in, to repair that to full costs 28 levels. So yeah, but oh well. Oh, way up. I'm not sure what happened there. So we shall pause the video and get back to you when we're almost ready to go. Alright, so just to point out, I made a slight derp in the last clip. I said Unbreaking 5, which I've now been informed doesn't actually exist. The top one is Unbreaking 3. So, my bad there. Sorry if I got your hopes up, guys. Alright, so here you can see I've just got some bars in my inventory. Still an advanced rail in there apparently. So, what I'm going to show you is putting 3 refined iron across the top, 3 copper bars across the middle, and 3 tin across the bottom will get you this mixed metal ingot, which, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty damn awesome. For those of you who've noticed, it's the thing you compress into advanced alloy. So that's all there, cooking up and getting ready to advanced alloy. Meanwhile, over here there's the macerator, macerating coal into coal dust. Now, if you arrange coal dust in a crafting grid, like so, you get raw carbon fibre. 2 raw carbon fibre is your carbon mesh. Whoa, where are all the... oh. For some reason the overclockers are in there. Oh well. There you go. So, there you've got your carbon plates. So, also sat waiting here. I think, oh no, the steam engine's probably just got enough juice in it to do it. Right. So next up, compress the mixed metal ingots, and this will get the advanced alloys. So I'll just get 2 of those, and then we're good to go. So if I just pop my refined iron around, because we're making advanced machine blocks, so natural starting point is machine block. And if I just do that, you'll see an advanced machine block. Perfect. Just what the doctor ordered. So, meanwhile, as you can see, everything else is proceeding slowly. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted to compress. What's going on here? For some reason it jumped into the crafting grid. That was weird. I shift-clicked something out of the rolling machine and it jumped into the crafting grid of the rolling machine.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bug with that at the minute.
Oh, right. Well, there you go then. Bug to watch out for there then, guys. So, that's the advanced alloys. I'm just waiting for the macerator to do its thing. Now, I know I promised all the machines upgraded, but we ran into a slight technical hitch. The extractor requires electrolyzed water cells, which requires an electrolyzer, which we aren't really in a position to make just yet. So we're going to hang back on that for now, and just do the other ones. But that's not that bad. 3 advanced machines out of the 4 is a pretty respectable number, to be honest. So, while we're waiting, I'm going to pop the electronic furnace up. Oh, up. So, if I pop the electronic furnace in a crafting grid, surround it by copper, and actually put it the right way around, you'll see the induction furnace. So, pop the induction furnace down, and you'll see it gain some charge. Now, Danny, would you quickly whip up some levers for us?
Yeah, I'm on it.
So, the next thing I'm going to do is just make another one of those advanced machine blocks. And the next thing I'm going to take up is the compressor. And in theory, if I pop obsidian around the top this time, singularity compressor. So as you can see, Danny's popped a lever on and now it's building up heat. And it's taking energy to do it, but it's building up heat nice and, well, I wouldn't say rapidly, but it's building up heat. It's getting there. And when that reaches 100%, it will be extremely fast. And as you can see, the compressor is also up. So it's not particularly fast at the moment, but it will speed up a hell of a lot. And you'll see it speed up. You'll actively notice it speeding up. Well, you'll notice that this one's a lot faster than the first one went through. And I can't remember what the maximum PSI that this reaches is, but it's quite a large amount. We'll see. We'll see, because it'll reach it at some point. Right, so Danny, will you just go pull the macerator up?
Oh.
Ah, damn, I need to put the iron through a furnace, I forgot about that. So, as you can see here, it's about the same speed as the electric furnace was, and it's only at 20%. So, obviously, it'll go 5 times faster than that when it reaches 100. So you can see why it's nice. You can see why people like them. Right, so once again, exactly the same, machine in the middle, advanced machine block at the bottom, and this time refined iron. And there is the rotary macerator. And Danny's already kindly placed a lever. And as you can see, it's ramping up, and I believe this one goes up to 75,000 RPM in total.
Yep. I thought you used to be able to add upgrades to them to make them go faster.
You did?
They removed that? Yeah, they must have taken that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fairness, they go fast enough.
Yeah.
You can't complain. They're very nice. At some point, to be honest, when the power supply is high enough, you can probably put overclockers in a standard machine and make them faster. But for the foreseeable future, advanced machines are the way to go. So, that is the advanced machines up and running, guys. So, the next thing to look at, I would say, is one of two things. But first things first, we need to decide which of the two things is best to do next. So, we shall be back with a nice surprise as to what's coming up next, guys. So, enjoy the wait. So, just a quick thing here. As you can see, heat at 75%. So, one piece of iron. Done. Right, and that wasn't totally pointless, there is a reason for it. So, I just need to find a crafting table. Here we go. So, I'm just going to make up a regular old circuit here. And then if I come over to the auto crafting table, you can see some pieces are in. And for anyone who's noticed the NEI search bar, you'll see electrolyzer. Now, if we come and place this electrolyzer, and I'm just going to take the generator off for now because it's not in use, so pop the electrolyzer there. Now, if Danny has some water cells and pops them in, what you'll see is the electrolyzer acts as an energy buffer. When the energy in the MFSU, or the MFE, I don't believe the bat box will do it, but MFSU and MFEs, when they're full, or I believe above 75%, it'll start electrolyzing the water cells to charge the water cells up, which makes electrolyzed water cells, which is what we need for the centrifuge extractor. So that is what we're waiting for here, and this is the progress bar. Now it takes a while, so that's why we've set this off now, so that it can be just ticking over in the background. So yeah, and obviously if you left the electrolyzed water cells in, if the MFSU or MFE drops below 25%, it would then reverse the process. It would turn the electrolyzed water cells into regular water cells and get the power back out of them. But that's not what we're using it for. So that is roughly everything for this episode. So what we're going to do between this and next is make a room off in this direction to move the rolling machine into, just because it's getting a bit cramped in here. So this can be the industrial craft room, and the room what we're going to add on can be the buildcraft room. So that will change, and next episode we are doing something a little more on the magical front. So there is your brain teaser for the next 24 hours, guys. So thanks for watching, comment, rate, subscribe, and see you in the next episode.
See you later.